Look, Ali, I know you don't believe me, but I'm doing really good, actually.
Is that so?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, it could suddenly shit flip and get super dark. Yeah, I mean, like it could, but I feel like I found this amazing balance where I'm like happy and healthy, and I'm not like looking to anybody for that happiness, you know? Fucking Jules. The way I was like way too much of my emotional well-being in her, like talking about it. It's like talking about it, or saying especially I was fucking making plans for the rest of our life and shit, and I look back and I just the way the fuck I did do, I'm fucking crazy and weird, and I don't know. I guess I make her the point, and she's not the point. I'm the point, you know?
Mm. The point is your sobriety,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, and of course my general well-being.
which starts with your sobriety.
Well, yeah, and like finding an emotional balance, you know?
You just said you found an amazing balance.
I I did. I have. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm, you know, so I'm sane though. Like I'm sane, sober. I'm making sober decisions.
Rude. You're high.
I feel like you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Rue, I don't think you're listening to what you're saying.
I feel like that's physically impossible.
To what? Talk some bullshit?
You know, that's like that's what I like don't understand about the world, because there's this tone of people who drink and do drugs, and sometimes their life is good, and sometimes the life's just, you know, it's fucking life. There's ups and downs to this shit, but I mean, whatever you believe or not, I'm good.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm going a bunch. It's not like I'm going a bunch of shit. I'm just smoking a little bit of weed and taking some pills that were prescribed to me.
No, my point is, it's not going to last.
Yeah, well, neither do my moods when I'm sober.
Okay, well, I'm not saying you're a paragon of mental health. You got your issues and you're going to struggle with those issues for the rest of your life. That's a fact. The problem is you look at sobriety as a weakness in the face of those issues, and what I'm saying is sobriety is your greatest weapon.
Yeah. Ali, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Like for real, if I say some dark shit, you're not gonna report me to the state or something?
Rue, I'm not a guidance counselor. I'm just a 55-year-old crackhead trying to, no, I'm just a crackhead trying to do some good on this earth before I die.
You're a trip, bro.
Well, come on. What were you going to say?
Doesn't matter. It's stupid.
All right, I'm sorry. Come on. What were you going to say? Say it.
No, I don't know.
Say it.
Um, when when I'm clean, you know, when I'm present, just think about relapsing. It's it's darker than that, and you can say that sobriety is my greatest weapon, but to tell you the truth, drugs are probably the only reason I haven't killed myself.
Oh. Now we're talking. Now you're being real with me. Now you're being honest. Because this whole bullshit about finding balance, about being being a functioning drug addict, about finding balance, that ain't true. That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
It's a lie whether you know it is or not, but more importantly, I don't give a fuck to hear it.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Listen, young blood, I was shooting dope before your mama's eggs dropped. I lived a whole motherfucking life to get to this diner to sit across from your arrogant ass. So don't you ever whatever me. You're 17. You don't know shit. You think you're hard? I'm harder. You think you're tough? I'm tougher. You got clean and wanted to kill yourself? Same motherfucking story here. You want to know why? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. It's because you don't have the tools. Because you don't know how to live life. You don't have the tools. You're too busy running around pretending, like, thinking, you're too busy running around trying to bullshit everybody and thinking you're hard and that you don't give a fuck. And when in reality, you give so much of a fuck, you can't even bear to be alive. So guess what? New rule. No more wasting my motherfucking time. You want to use. But at least you can do is be honest with me. Own that shit.
Okay.
We good? You feel me?
Yep.
Why'd you relapse?
I don't know. Can't stop my mind from racing.
Racing about what?
Everything.
Hey. Be specific.
All the things I remember and all the things I wish I didn't.
Okay, I get it. Where'd you get the drugs? Wait, let's get one. Oh, shit, just kidding. Okay, I get it. Why didn't you call me?
Just, honestly, I wasn't trying not to be sober. Or trying not to relapse.
Yeah, man. Okay. Where'd you get the drugs? Shit, that's because I'm sorry.
No. I had some pills for emergency purposes.
Fuck. So you never had a chance.
Nope.
Do you want to get clean?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
I get it. I get it.
Is that fucked up?
What, that you don't want to get clean? Yeah. Of course it's fucked up.
I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, but here's the silver lining. You're not a piece of shit. You're not a drug addict because you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit because you're a drug addict. You follow?
I don't really.
Okay, what I'm saying is, you didn't come out of the womb an evil person. You, Rue, came out of the womb a beautiful baby girl who, unbeknownst to her, had a couple of wires crossed. And so when you try drugs for the first time, it sets something off in your brain that's beyond your control. And it's not a question of willpower. It's not about how strong you are. You've been fighting a losing battle ever since the first day you got high. So you can destroy your life, you can fuck up your little sister's head, you can abuse and torture and take for granted your mama. And sit here and look me in the eye and say, as calm as can be, as cool as a cucumber, I'm gonna keep on using drugs. That is the disease of addiction. It is a degenerative disease. It is incurable. It is deadly. It is no different than cancer. And you got it. Why? Luck of the draw. But hey, the hardest part of having the disease of addiction, aside from having the disease, is that no one in the world thinks of it as a disease. They see you as weak. They see you as cruel. They see you as selfish. They see you as destructive. They think, why should I give a fuck about her if she doesn't give a fuck about, why should I give a fuck about this woman if she doesn't give a fuck about herself or anybody else? Why does this girl deserve my time, my patience, my sympathy, right? She wants to kill herself, let her. All reasonable questions and responses. But luckily, you aren't the only person in the world who has this disease. There happens to be people like me who understands that you're not all that bad. Who knows, maybe underneath all this busted ass chaotic energy, you might even be a good kid. And that is why we are sitting here and that is why we are eating pancakes on Christmas Eve, despite the fact that you don't want to get clean.
You have daughters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where are they?
Different places, celebrating with their families.
You see them often?
I've never declined an invitation.
Wait, but haven't you been like clean for 20 years?
Nah, I was clean for 7 years.
Wait, really?
Yeah, well, I had 12 years before that, but you know, I got cocky, started walking around like I was invincible, so now I got 7 years.
Shit.
Right.
Wait, how do you relapse after 12 years?
You forget how bad it is.
Damn. How long did you relapse for?
Year and a half.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, right.
Shit. Damn, I thought you were gonna say like a day or something.
Nah, man. Once you get back in that cycle, you know, using and abusing, it's inescapable. Especially if you've been clean for 12 years. That's when the disease really starts talking. 12 years, Martin, you ain't never getting that far. You ain't never getting that far again.
Wait a second. Wait, Martin?
Yeah,
Who's Martin?
Martin is me.
What?
My name.
Your name is Martin.
Well, it used to be.
What?
Before I converted
To what?
to Islam.
Ollie, I'm so fucking confused right now.
What about your first black friend? You think I was actually from the Middle East? You think I was actually from the Middle East? I'm from South Philly.
Yeah, but you just don't look like a Martin.
I didn't
No.
think. I didn't think so either.
Do women ever convert to Islam?
Very few.
You know, it's interesting because like it's kind of what I struggle with.
What do you mean?
The NA shit. Step one, I'm cool with. You know, I can agree with. You know, I'm powerless over drugs, and my life is unmanageable. That's not like fucking inconceivable.
Right.
But it's step two. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. That one I have some trouble with.
Oh, okay. Now, all right. I see. I get it. Now I get it. You don't believe there's a power on earth greater than Rue.
That's not true.
Really?
It's not true. I think there are I think there's ton of shit that's I think there's a ton of shit that's of greater power to me than me.
Name one.
Mack truck. What?
Name another.
The ocean.
Try again.
Shit. I would say any song by Otis Redding is of greater power than me.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does. Yes, it does.
What?
It does.
Oh, wait, shit, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, that was me.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does. Yes, it does. It does.
What?
The impact that Try a Little Tenderness had on the world is more than I could ever do.
All right. You little smart ass. Okay. That's not gonna cut it.
Ali, I don't believe in God.
Guess what? God doesn't give a fuck if you believe in him or not. He believes in you.
I don't know. That sounds good, but it doesn't really mean anything.
Of course it means something. If God didn't believe in you, you wouldn't even still be breathing.
So you're saying that the reason my dad died is because God didn't believe in him?
Rude, that's not what I was saying.
There's nothing that makes me angrier than that fucking argument.
Hey, that's not what I was saying.
You know, because every time that someone survives, like a mass shooting or some terrible fucking earthquake, I survived for a reason. God saved me for a purpose. I have a purpose. And I think to myself, like, okay, well, you're saying that your life is more important than the 6-year-old who died that day, or the newborn who died that day, or anybody fucking else who died that day. Your life has purpose, right? Well, why does your life have purpose and my dad's doesn't? Because I could argue that his purpose was to raise me and my sister, to be there for me and my mom. That was his purpose, I think. But he's dead.
Listen,
Ali, if you're going to tell me he died for a reason, or whatever, I will walk the fuck out.
I wasn't.
He didn't die to teach us a lesson, okay? He didn't die, he didn't die to, have us all come together or whatever the fuck people tell people when they don't have anything to say. He died because he died. That's it. It's the same stupid reason I came out of the womb with a couple of wires crossed, right? Just fucking luck. You and it. That's it. You said it. That's it.
Listen, I don't know all the answers, and I'm not going to pretend to. But I do know that at any point that we are unable to see, and comprehend the overall arc of human life. No person can see it. The whole chain reaction of how things come from beginning to end, it's a mystery and will always remain a mystery. How 6-year-old Malcolm Little's daddy was killed in a streetcar accident. Rumor was that the Black Legion did it, the KKK. How that little boy grew up believing that this world had no place for a black man like him. So fuck him. He becomes a pimp. He moves to Harlem, starts stealing until he gets locked up. Who discovers Islam, who starts a movement, who scares the living shit out of white America. So bad that white America was so afraid that they had to embrace another Negro. One who had a dream not to cut the head off the snake, even if that's what they deserved, but to live in harmony. Next thing you know, Civil Rights Act. The first legislative steps granting you and I the right to sit in this motherfucking diner to have this conversation about whether or not you want to stay clean from drugs. Drugs that were given to your ancestors to keep them inebriated, inoculated, and enslaved. Drugs that stripped them of their ability to not just be free, but to imagine a life in which they were free. So why is one's purpose greater than another's? Why are some people struck down while others live? Why are you, Rue Bennett, sitting here when there are other 17-year-olds who are better, who are kinder, who are more respectful than you, aren't sitting here? I don't know. That's the mystery. But here we are. So what now?
I don't know, maybe I'll start a revolution like Malcolm X or something.
Haven't you heard, man? Revolutions are no longer radical.
What are you talking about?
There's so many revolutions. Everybody's a revolutionary. The rich, the poor, the right, the left, the young, the old, the beggars, the banks. Man, isn't it beautiful? Everyone, all at once, fighting one revolution after the other. I tell you, I never thought I'd see so many revolutions in my entire life. The revolutions are fought and won so damn fast that people don't even have time to implement change because haven't you heard? There's a new revolution. I went down to the Nike store to buy me a pair. I went down to buy me a pair of kicks at the Nike store the other day, and I look up on the wall and I see in 20-foot letter these words: "Our people matter." And I thought, man, this feels good. Here I am in my favorite shoe stores out here saying, I know you lived a long life, and I know that life ain't always been easy, but here you are at 54 years old, my brother, and I want to say I love you. And I'm like, man, this feels good. I'm like, thank you, Nike. And I pick up a pair of these sneakers, and I look at the price tag, and it says $139.99. And I'm like, I thought Nike loved me, appreciated me in my life. What happened here? And I look around the store and I see a whole bunch of black people, also feeling good. And I see a whole bunch of white people also feeling good. Some of them even, like posing, taking pictures with the 20-foot letters on the wall, I'm like, shit, yeah, man, yeah, like straight up. I just get this feeling, and I just thought, fuck you, Nike. You don't give a fuck about anything or anyone. Chinese Muslims are sewing these Kaepernick sneakers for 7 cents an hour. You out here telling me my black ass matters? Give me a fucking break. If rap music wasn't mainstream, if Nirvana was still the most popular band in America, they'd be out here saying depression matters. Because that's what would move sneakers. Shit. These advertisers are too good. And they've outsmarted us. But at the same time, your generation is full of some mark-ass bitches because they tapped into your phones. Yeah, they've read your likes, they predicted your moves and trapped your asses. You think you out here fighting a revolution and Bank of America is on your side? Give me a fucking break. Because a true revolution has no allies. It's just that simple. Because a true revolution, not a fast one, not a quick one, not a fashionable one, but a real fucking revolution is at its core spiritual. It is a complete decimation of one's priorities, beliefs, and ways of living, and reconstruction in the spirit of you have to create a new God, or gods, or whatever you can, but it's imperative that you believe in something greater than yourself, all right? And it can't be the ocean or your favorite song, and it can't be the movement or the words or the people. You've got to believe in the poetry, because everything else in your life will fail you, including yourself. You hear me? That's where you are. You're sick. Your whole system's on the verge of collapse. And the addict in you is trying to sell you on the same shit that got you sick in the first place. And if you keep going at the way you're going, you'll rot from the inside out until you cave in and die. Your only hope is a revolution. But a real fucking revolution, inside and out. But you gotta see it through. You can't half-ass this shit. You have to commit to it every single day. And know that you can always do it better and be better. Because who knows? One day you might succeed. I don't underestimate anyone. Stranger things have happened. Be right back, all right? Hey, I didn't know you were gonna pick up. I thought I was gonna get your voicemail. No. I'm not trying to guilt trip you. No, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Your sister there? That's good. Yeah, tell her I say Merry Christmas for me. Tell her I say I love her. And I miss her very much. No, I'm not trying to talk to her through you, Amani. That's not what I was trying to say. Right? I'm doing good. I just came from my meeting. Now I'm standing in the parking lot. No. I'm just getting pancakes with a kid I sponsor. Hey, who's this? Rashad? Who's this? It's Papo Ali. Wait. Say it again? Oh yeah, little man. Oh, hey, wow. Oh, wow. What a voice he has on here, right? Wait. How tall is he by now? Is he like, what? Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, no, I understand. Not a problem. I'm all right. I just feel like I'm in one of them old movies. It's a Wonderful Life. Merry Christmas, Amani.
Ellie, what am I supposed to do about Jules?
Mike, question.
Yeah.
How long you been clean?
10 years. By the grace of God, 10 years. Never thought I'd be able to say it, but I say it with a lot of pride. 10 years, why?
What would happen if you thought about dating in the early stages of you trying to get clean?
You asking if I'd be interested in dating or if I was interested in getting clean? Because the answer is yes to both. But I had to not be in a relationship in order to focus on my sobriety. And I wanted to get clean. But I didn't have energy for both. And I wanted to get clean. Everything that's good to you ain't always good for you.
What do you have to say to someone who doesn't have a lot of hope?
When I was a kid growing up, my grandma had this saying, and I never really understood what it meant until I wanted to get clean. She said, "Trouble don't last always." And it doesn't. The change is up to you. You got any more questions while I try counting my tips?
Nah, count them. I'm gonna throw a couple more in there later.
Yeah, you should with your cheap ass.
That's the truth right there.
You know, it's funny when I think about it. I still blame Jules for all of this shit.
Why?
Because I was clean and I was like gonna stay clean, and for the most part I was pretty happy, so fucking Jules.
Wait. You were gonna stay clean
Yeah,
with pills in your room.
I wasn't taking them.
You were saving them,
Yeah.
even though you just said you were gonna stay clean.
Uh,
And that relapse, it was Jules' fault.
Ali, you don't know what she did to me.
You're right. I know.
She cheated on me. When I was sober, she cheated on me.
I didn't know that.
Exactly.
So you were in a relationship?
Yeah.
I thought you two were just friends.
No.
Huh. When did it change?
The night of the carnival, she came over and we like kissed a bunch.
But okay. But when did it become a relationship?
I just told you that night.
It became a relationship that night.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just kissing. You two talked about being together.
Yeah. What? What's so weird?
What?
What's so weird?
Wait. What?
Why would we talk about it?
Because that's how people get into relationships, Rue. They talk about it.
I mean, we said I love you a bunch.
I say I love you to my barber.
Okay, yeah, but you don't make out with your barber.
Even if I did, he might just assume it was just a casual thing.
We talked about getting matching tattoos on the inside of our lips.
Damn. Did you?
No, but we talked about it.
Okay. Keep going.
I mean, there's nothing else to say, you know, except that I loved her. I trusted her, and when I look back at it, you know, it's like she lied to me and manipulated me.
Right.
Like the whole thing at the train station, her trying to get me to run away with her, even though I was scared and didn't have my medication and just fucked up and selfish. I didn't think she was actually gonna go, you know, and like leave me. It just kind of set something off in my head, you know. thinking about my whole life how people make all these fucking promises. My mom kissing me on the forehead and telling me my dad's gonna be all right. Jules talking about how we're gonna live together when she goes off to college and sleep in the same bed and be together forever. And then she ditches me because she met another girl. Just made me think about how everyone lies. It's not even the lies that hurt, it's the fact that you're never really emotionally prepared for somebody to leave you. Just kind of messed up. And it just started like this avalanche of shit. Maybe I deserve it. Maybe this is the universe's punishment for me being a piece of shit my entire life, stealing from my mom, hitting her in the face. That's what I've done, Ali. I have hit my mom in the face, picked up a piece of glass, pointed it at my mom, and I threatened to kill her. That is some unforgivable shit. Maybe I deserve to get my ass left at a train station at 1 a.m.,
Drugs change who you are as a person.
Every time I attacked my mom, I was not high. I wasn't high.
Drugs change who you are as a person.
It's still unforgivable.
No, it's not.
Come on.
If I actually thought that what you did was unforgivable, I wouldn't be sitting here. Because what I've done in my life is way more unforgivable.
Yeah, right.
Right.
No.
I said it before, I'll say it again. You were playing pool with Minnesota facts. Maybe if I was some random ass classmate of yours with no life experience, and I heard that you picked up a piece of glass and threatened your mom, I'd be like, ooh, that's unforgivable. But the more you believe that, the sicker it makes you, because every time you do something unforgivable, you think, why change? I'm just a piece of shit. I better keep going. What's the difference now? Without realizing that forgiveness is the key to change. We're too busy running around judging everybody's intentions and motivations as if we have some type of insight into the human soul. You did this, so that must mean you're that. Just give me a break.
Ali, I picked up a piece of glass. I pointed it at my mom, and I told her I was gonna kill her.
Right.
That's fucking terrible.
But what's it mean?
Means I'm a piece of shit.
Look deeper.
I am.
No, you're not. Look deeper.
Ali, that sounds like a tag. That sounds like a tagline from some fucking movie.
So just because it doesn't sound good, cool enough to you, you're gonna settle for being superficial? That's unforgivable. Look deeper. What does it mean?
I'm violent to someone I love.
Okay, why?
Because that's who I am.
I don't know what that means.
It means I'm okay with it.
Are you?
That's what it says.
But are you okay with that?
No.
So it's not who you are.
Yeah, well, I still did it.
But why are you not okay with it?
Because it's a terrible fucking thing to do.
Why?
Because it's shitty, it's cruel, and it's mean. My mom doesn't deserve that.
Those are all things you believe.
Yes.
And your beliefs are part of who you are.
Yeah, worse.
So what you're saying is that you can simultaneously do something that you also believe is wrong.
Well, doesn't you doing it mean more than your intentions?
It all depends. Why are you ignoring all the things you believe?
Because I wasn't thinking.
Okay, but that could just be the struggle of all human beings.
What?
Not living up to their belief system.
Not all human beings threaten to kill their mom.
True. Yours is more extreme, I'll give you that. But why?
Why is it more extreme?
Yeah.
I don't know, because of like drugs and certain emotional disorders.
You sure it's not just that? You sure it's that and not just because you're a terrible person? I mean, I mean, because it could be that, blah. I mean, because it could be just that you're a piece of shit.
No, it's not that.
I mean, because there's a lot of people with drug issues and emotional issues that don't threaten to kill their mothers.
Yeah, no, I know.
But you did. And your punishment, the sentence that you're trying to give yourself is that you, Rue Bennett, are beyond forgiveness. That punishment is way too harsh and it's also way too easy. It allows you to keep doing what you're doing without changing because you deserve it. There's no hope. You're beyond forgiveness, so you may as well just fuck the fuck off forever and go down the gutter because that's what this girl, this piece of shit deserves. That is why the world keeps getting, this is why the world keeps getting worse. People keep doing shit that we deem unforgivable, and in return, they decided there's no reason to change. So now you got a whole bunch of people running around who don't give a fuck about redemption. That's scary.
Ali, what have you done that's so terrible?
A lot.
But what, for real?
A lot.
You're not just saying that?
No.
You promise?
Why do you want to know?
Because I think you're like a good person. And I just couldn't imagine you doing something terrible.
I grew up in a house where my dad used to beat on my mama. He was a drunken, cold son of a bitch. And every night, I lay in bed dreaming of which ways to kill him. But eventually, my mama up and left him and took me and my sister with her, and life goes on. But I always said to myself that no matter how bad shit got, whether I was shooting dope or smoking crack, I would never, ever be like my dad. And then I got married, and I had 2 girls. It was chaos. I was using, my wife wasn't having it. We were fighting every night, and it got physical. And one night, I look over and I see my 2 little girls watching. And I thought, here I am, a grown man with 2 girls, and they just watch me hit their mom in the face. Spent 30 years of my life thinking of how to kill my dad for doing the same shit I just did to their mom. That's rock bottom. It doesn't get any worse than that. But hey, it took me another 5 years to clean up because for some people, there is no rock bottom. It's bottomless. And the truth is, drugs will fundamentally change who you are as a person. Will fundamentally change who you are as a human being. Every moral, every principle, everything you hold dear to your heart and believe in will go out the window and down the drain. Because there ain't no force stronger on planet Earth than that next fix. Now, you may be functioning, maybe things go well, maybe they last, and maybe they don't. But one thing I know is true is that the longer you do drugs, the more you're gonna lose. And it's not just in terms of the things you love, but the things that you value about yourself. Every compromise you make, every moral line that you cross will go further and further until you don't recognize who the fuck you are And that list of racing thoughts, that list of unforgivable things, it just grows longer and gets uglier. You still think I'm a good person?
Yeah.
The thought of being a good person is what keeps me trying to be a good person. Although some people might disagree with you. My youngest daughter, for one.
What's her name?
Marie.
Ali.
Yeah.
I just don't really plan on being here that long. And that's the tough part about all this, you know. Because I love talking to you, I do. And I agree with almost everything you're saying. I understand it. But I don't plan on being here that long.
I get it. We are living in dark times. Not a lot of hope out there. The thing I'm miss about doing drugs is the beauty. No matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's going on in your life, everything is going to be okay.
Yeah, the world's just really fucking ugly, you know? It's just really fucking ugly, and everybody seems to be okay with it, you know? Anger, the level of anger, everyone's just out to make everyone else seem not human, and I don't really want to be a part of it. I don't even want to witness it. Sure, it's like, you know, the root of, not the root of all my problems, but I definitely think about it a lot.
Because thinking about those questions, those ideas, they're a larger part of what makes this life worth living, right? That's what I was talking about earlier. You got to believe in the poetry, the value of two people sitting in a diner on Christmas Eve talking about life, addiction, loss. You don't want to be a part of it, Rue, because you care about the big things in life.
I don't know if I care about the big things in life.
Come on now, of course you do. Because you obviously don't care about the small things like being right or being angry, all the things that kill curiosity and keeps us from looking deeper. You said it earlier. I love talking to you because we talk about what matters. We talk about real shit. Shit that matters. Like, who do you want to be when you leave this earth?
I'm not sure I follow.
You said you weren't going to be here much longer. Okay. Then how do you want your mom and your sister to remember you?
As someone who tried really hard to be someone I could.
I got faith in you. I don't know. I just do. Granted, I was a Christian before I became a Muslim, so I've been wrong before.